What's good, sports gamers? And today I'll be going over with you some tips and tricks you must know across different aspects of MLB The Show 25. I'm Chris from Sports Gamers Online, and alright, let's get it. In MLB The Show 25, the reaction rating for your player is extremely crucial to them becoming a better fielder. As the name says, it allows them to react faster to plays on the ball, which can turn grounders through the infield into outs and doubles or triples into fly ball outs because it doesn't take the outfielder 5 minutes to react to the ball coming to them. Some guys are just so fast it helps counter their low reaction time, but if they have both, nothing is getting by them. And if they only have reaction time, it helps make up for their slow speed. If you're using pinpoint pitching and finding yourself not being able to successfully do what the prompt is telling you, first off, double check the speed that you need to execute each pitch so you're ready, and slow down if you're going too fast. With runners on base, the pitcher will be required to throw faster sometimes, so if you're not ready for it, it might mess you up. And you want to time the final flick down with the moment the pitcher is just about to release the ball. Remember that. So try to see out the corner of your eye their pitching motion, and that moment is about to happen. In your settings, you can turn off automatic defensive shifts, as they often do more harm than good with overshifting defenders while you're pitching. It's annoying because the defense is doing what they're supposed to do, but you're not pitching to where the defenders are. And sometimes you'll allow a hit down the line when you have nobody near them. And new to MLB The Show 25 is something called ambush hitting, which with the right stick, if you aim it to the left or right, you will increase the size of your PCI if the pitch lands in your corrected guess. And you will be dinged with a smaller PCI if you guess wrong. And if you have selected a side and they haven't thrown the pitch yet, clicking in the right stick cancels your guess. One of the easiest ways to become a better hitter is forcing the pitcher to throw you a strike, because they're not going to out of the goodness of their heart. And it starts with exploiting patterns, especially if they pitch quickly. Guys fall into habits, especially if they work the first time, and you can jump on this. Are they always throwing you a slider down and away on the first pitch to get you to chase? Notice they always go to the curve or changeup low on 2-strike counts. Getting ahead of these can quickly get you in the spots where you can hit the ball easier because you force them to throw in the strike zone once they notice you're not going to fall for the bait. Now this is purely psychological, but just ignoring what your opponent's record is when you get into a game or what they're batting with their hitters can help you immensely. Because it does make you go, dang, he's hitting 457 with Gary Sheffield. I obviously can't pitch him anywhere, and you throw scared, Let them prove what they can do. Next is focusing on one part of the plate and forming a bit of a tunnel for the ball to come through. So if they have a right-handed pitcher and you have a righty batter, I just sit on anything inside, form a tunnel straight to it, and just sit fastball. This helps me in two ways. The main focus is to crush inside fastballs, but it also filters out any pitch that's not inside a lot faster, like sliders down and away, which are usually going to be thrown for balls, and changeups in the dirt, which are also thrown for balls. This can also end up teaching you how high a changeup has to start to still be a hittable pitch, and how long a slider has to stay inside before breaking away and clipping the corner. Hitting R2 or RT on your controller during a plate appearance, whether you're the pitcher or batter, will clue you into your pitch history with that pitcher or a specific batter, if it's the start of their second, third, or fourth at bat against that same guy. And once you're 2 or 3 pitches deep in the current at bat, it will only show for that at bat by default. As a pitcher, this will have them more locked into a specific location by looking at this. And you can tell they're checking it out by this logo popping up, preventing you from pitching. So looking at the history as well can clue you into what they're looking for, and you can use this to your advantage. Or as a hitter, just seeing where all the pitches are going can help you adjust your strategy, or give you a strategy at the plate after knowing all they do is throw down and in on you. Now there's also a setting that lets you view just the pitch history against that handedness, which is cool and gives you an overall view how they like to pitch to righties and lefties, which naturally will be very different, instead of focusing on a specific hitter. Hitting R2 or RT also as a batter can help give you a clue into the pitcher's pitch mix and their speeds. Knowing a reliever coming in has a fastball with a slider and a curve You can pretty much know that the only pitch they will throw for a strike will be the fastball, and then you can sit on it. After each pitch, take note of what they threw, how you reacted, and what they were trying to accomplish. And then you can start to put together how they're trying to pitch to you. What pitches does he like to throw for strikes? Does he have a slider? What's his strikeout pitch? What are you missing consistently? Be sure they will probably go back to that. Information is being shared back and forth, informing them how to attack you, so you have to understand what's happening to keep in front of it. In MLB The Show 25, there are 3 different types of swings you can choose from in the game. First is the contact swing, which expands your PCI while sacrificing power to be able to make more contact, avoiding strikeouts while neutralizing how far the ball can be hit. So again, this is very clutch when you have a 2-strike count or have runners on base and need to move them over with just making contact. Using the contact swing, the frequency of bloop singles goes through the roof. There's also the normal swing, which gives you the best of both worlds. And the power swing, which limits the amount of contact you can make overall, causing you to miss the ball more, while giving you more power on every ball you do make contact with, giving you higher exit velocities and causing the ball to go a lot further. When your opponent is in a 3-0, 3-1 count against you, don't be shy to utilize the power swing when the fastball is likely. When your opponent has a runner on base and they might steal on you, you can increase the chance of throwing them out by throwing from the stretch, which you do by holding the left trigger while throwing your selected pitch. Be careful as your accuracy may be wonky due to the motion being sped up to match the fast delivery. Look at the example motion once you select your pitch to get the required speed down before you attempt it. Now, depending on how the batter reacts to a pitch, don't be afraid to double up on them if their swing was bad enough. I know we're all afraid of them figuring out a pitch, but if their timing was really early or late, you gotta be willing to double up if they can't get proper contact on it. When picking players to hit higher in your lineup, check their clutch rating, as that takes over for the size of their PCI instead of their contact rating when there are runners in scoring position. Another rating that's beneficial but you might not be focusing on is the hitter's vision rating, which without using the contact swing to boost this as well, it helps you foul off more pitches on the outer edges of your PCI. You will notice big strikeout home run hitter guys will usually have a low vision rating. When looking at your players' cards, go on over to their quirks and see what they have, as a lot of them help you in the gameplay department, giving you increases in your ability to hit fastballs, for example, or pitches out of the strike zone, or something as simple as giving you a bigger PCI on the first pitch. Enabling the PCI anchor system in your control settings lets you lock your PCI, which is this thing, into different spots in the strike zone, as having it start directly in the middle each at bat. This lets you get to pitches in spots you may struggle with a lot easier by simply moving your left stick to the desired location and clicking in the left stick to lock it in there for you to wait on. When you begin to throw and it lands in the red, hitting L1 or LB on your controller cancels the throw, allowing you to try again.
When your pitcher starts to get tired, you will notice whenever you select a non-fastball, the arrow simulating the break on the ball that you see here will start to get smaller, causing them to not break as much, and as a result,
you into maybe it's time to switch pitchers. While pitching, you're going to want to do this, but realize when these situations are present while hitting to help avoid double plays, and that's swinging wildly at anything low with a runner on first. This is where an adjustment is needed to be made by you to get the ball out of the infield. You can start your PCI lower so you don't hit on top of it, or even not swing at anything low. Just look for pitches in the middle and high. While pitching, you want to hit right on the D-pad to check who your opponent's next 3 batters are, to clue you into what side of the plate they're batting from and whether it's time to get that lefty or righty in the game to take advantage. So alright, sports gamers, I hope this video was able to help you out. And if you like the content we provide, make sure to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. Alright people, I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching, and be good, y'all.